Hello and welcome back to the Sonic Yoga Life YouTube channel. I'm Kat. So today I am going to lead you guys through a power flow practice. And today we're going to be stretching and strengthening through the body with the intention of coming to a peak pose of dancer pose. So we're actually going to start today on our bellies. So you can swing your feet around and let's meet together on our bellies on our mats. So coming all the way down, release the hips down. We're going to place a hand upon a hand just to allow our forehead to have a comfortable space to find a deep, heavy place to rest. And as we come here, you can move your hips side to side just to let go through the low back. And try and draw your shoulders down the back. And taking these first few moments of your practice just to find some stillness. Noticing through the body, the mind and the breath, the energy you bring to your practice today. Let's begin to draw some intention to our breath. Drawing that breath deeply in and out of your nose. And these are deep-rooted breaths moving in and out of the nose, coming from the belly. The first activation that we are going to start with in our class is we're going to begin by lengthening the tailbone. And so this is a little pelvic tilt to draw the tailbone towards the back of your mat. And as we do this, we draw a slight activation towards our glutes and to our core, and your hip bones feel closer towards the earth. So keep this activation. We use this to bring deep stability towards our center and our back during our practice. So we're going to bend through the right knee, flex the right toes towards your shin. Keep the activation through your center. And on an inhale, just lift the right thigh up off of the ground. Exhale, tap the right thigh down. Inhale, lift the thigh up, press through the heel. Then exhale, tap the thigh down. Let's inhale, lift up, press and pause. Press through the heel. Keep that glute active. And big breath in. And then exhale, release the thigh down. From here, we're going to walk up onto our forearms. So walk your elbows right underneath your shoulders and then press into the ground to lift your heart and your belly a little bit further off of the ground. We're going to walk our left fingertips so they draw towards the right elbow. And then reach around with your right arm to grab hold of your foot with your hand, grabbing hold of the foot or ankle. And then draw that heel towards the glute any amount. And keep pressing into the ground with the left elbow and arm to draw your heart a little higher. Take a big inhale. Then exhale, release the right leg slowly down. Draw back to a hand upon a hand, and then draw your forehead back towards the earth. Move your hips side to side if it feels good for the low back. And then we'll prepare for the other side, so lengthen the tailbone first. So gentle activation through the glutes, draw the belly in. And then bend through the left knee, flex the left toes towards shin. Let's inhale, lift the left thigh a little bit off of the ground. And then exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift, press through the left heel. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and pause, press, press, press. Keep the activation in the glutes and core. Inhale. And then exhale, release the thigh down, keep that knee bend. Let's lift through the head, draw back up onto the forearms, walk the elbows right underneath shoulders. And then now those right hands come towards the left elbow. Press into the ground to lift the heart and belly up a little higher, and then reach around to grab hold of that left foot. Draw it towards the glute any amount. Couple of deep breaths here. Keep your heart lifted. Then big inhale. Exhale, slowly release that foot. Release both hands so that you draw back to those forearms in line with shoulders. Lift the heart. Inhale to a Sphinx Pose. Draw the shoulders away from ears and lift the belly just a little bit off of the ground. Slowly exhale, lower down. Move your hands by your sides to press up into a table pose. And so as we come to a table pose, we're going to walk our hands so our wrists are right underneath our shoulders. And then spread your fingers nice and wide. Walk your knees right underneath your hips. And then press into the ground to pull the shoulder blades apart. And same activation we had in the floor. Lengthen the tailbone just to draw the belly in. From here, take a big breath in. Reach your right leg out long. Press through the heel. Keep the shoulders and belly active. And then exhale, knee to nose and round. We're going to keep that knee bend. Draw your heel to sky as you flex your toes towards the shin. And then exhale, tap your right knee high up on the right tricep. Let's try that again. Inhale, lengthen through the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose and round. Keep the knee bend. Press the heel to sky as you flex the toes. And then exhale, tap knee high to tricep. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose and round. Inhale, heel to sky. Flex through the foot. And then exhale, tap. Release the knee down. Move your hips side to side. Move through the spine just to let that go. And let's set up the left side. Press into the ground. Pull the shoulder blades apart actively. Belly in and lengthen the tailbone. Then inhale, lengthen the left leg out long. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose and round. Keep the knee bend, draw your heel to sky. And then exhale, tap left knee to tricep. Inhale, lengthen and press through the leg. Exhale, knee to nose and round. Keep the knee bend, lift your heel high, flex toes to shin. And then exhale, tap knee to tricep. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose and round. Inhale, heel to sky. And then exhale, tap. Release the knee down back to table. One more time. Move through the body, through the hips, side to side, just to let that go. And then from here, spread your fingers even wider. Draw back to that active spine and belly in table pose. Then we're going to tuck our toes. Lift our knees just an inch off of the ground. Keep the same stability through the back. And then gaze just ahead of your hands. Press into the ground actively. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Keep the belly in. Stay here for your last couple breaths or step the feet back to a plank pose. Press through the heels, lift through the legs. Keep pulling the shoulder blades apart. Big breath in. Full breath out. Big breath in. Exhale, hips go up and back to downward dog pose. So fingers are still spread. And try and melt your heart and head towards those thighs. And can you keep a micro bend through the knees to keep the backs of the legs safe? And just allow yourself a couple of breaths here to move the hips, move through the knees, whatever feels good for your body. Keep that breath flowing in and out. then from here, just walk your feet a little bit closer together. And then next big breath in, we're going to reach the right leg high to the sky. Keep that leg long and straight. And then exhale, draw that knee to nose. Step the foot through in between the hands. Lower your back knee down and release through the toes. Then stack your front knee right over top of ankle to come up to a low lunge. So as we're here, we're going to actively draw the belly in. So keep deep stability here. This is what we want for our entire practice, adding back bends. And then reach your arms up. Can you feel deep stability through the shin and foot that are touching the floor? And you can feel like, or try this activation to feel like you're squeezing a block in between your inner thighs to keep stability to the legs. Feel big length from the hip creases all the way to the fingertips. Big inhale. And then exhale, draw your hands behind the head and interlace the hands. Elbows are wide. Begin to press the back of the head into the hands so you can kind of draw your heart back a little bit back further. So belly is in and active. We're adding a little bit of a back bend here. Big breaths. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, release your hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the hands away from the sacrum and down the back. See if you can lift your heart a little bit further backwards. Draw the belly in and actively supporting this back bend here. Big breath in, reach the arms up. And then exhale, release the hands down, plant them and spread through the fingers. Step so you can lift your back knee high and then step into your plank pose. From here together, big breath in, press into the ground to pull the shoulder blades apart. And on your exhale, pinch your sides with your elbows as you lower all the way down. Release through your toes. And then hug your hands by your lowest ribs. Draw the elbows in and shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift through the heart, draw the belly in. And then exhale, lower the heart down. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, down. Last time, inhale, lift, elbows draw in. Then exhale, release. Keep those fingers spread, tuck your toes, and then we're going to press all the way up to a plank pose and up and back to downward dog pose. Together, take a big breath in, and then exhale, melt that heart towards those thighs. Let's walk those feet a little bit closer together. We'll move to the other side. So inhale, lift the left leg high. And then on a big exhale, draw your left knee into chest and step your foot through in between your hands. Lower your back knee down and release the back toes. And then with knee stacked right over top of ankle, we'll come all the way up. Belly draws actively into support as we move into back bends. And then reach your arms straight up in line with ears. Spread through the fingers. So the back right shin and front left foot are actively pressing into the ground. And try and have this intention of feeling like you're squeezing a block in between your inner thighs to keep stability to the body. Take a big inhale. Now exhale, interlace the hands behind the back of the head. And then press the head into the hands to open the heart and chest open a little bit more. Elbows are wide. Keep that belly active and in, big breath in. And then exhale, draw the hands behind you, interlace the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, See if you can lift that heart a little higher and back a little bit more. Big breath in, reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale, release your hands down, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and step into your plank pose. Lift through the heels, lift all the muscles to the bones of your legs. Inhale, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Let's now walk our hands through the lengths of our bodies and tense your fingers so the heels of the hands are high. And then squeeze the shoulders up and back. Then inhale, lift the heart. Use these hands to see if you can draw your heart just a little higher. Big inhale, and then exhale, lower down. Try that again. Tent the fingers by your sides. Draw the shoulders back. Draw the belly in. And then use the core. Use the strength of the arms to lift the heart. Big inhale. And then exhale, lower. Plant your hands by your sides. Tuck your toes. And then let's press up to our plank pose. Lift the hips up and back to downward dog pose. Let's take 5 deep, long breaths here. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. I'm trying to wrap your upper back up and around the arms. Draw the belly in. And keep that nice bend through the knees. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale, mouth. And then inhale, lift just your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees like you're in a child's pose. Inhale, draw yourself forward to plank pose. Shoulders come past the wrists. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Try that again. Inhale, lift just the heels. Then exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees like you're in a child's pose. Inhale, forward to plank. And then exhale, hips go up and back to downward dog. Big breath in and full breath out. We'll try that one more time. Inhale, lift just the heels. Then exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees. Inhale, forward to plank. And then exhale, hips go up and back to downward facing dog. Big inhale and full exhale. Gaze forward towards your hands. Let's slowly walk towards the top of our mat. Allow your feet to be hip distance apart and bend deeply through the knees as you allow your upper body to just hang off of the lower. And from here, you can grab opposite elbows and just sway through the spine side to side. Let your upper body be so heavy. Let's find our spine at neutral and center and release through the arms. And just pay attention to your feet. Can you begin to activate through the feet and lift through the arches? And do you notice all of the muscles activating through the legs as you do this? And keep that activation. Let's slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, press the arms through the air. Try that one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, release your arms by your sides. So from here, draw your feet a little bit closer together so they're right underneath your lungs or toes together, heels apart. Big breath in, reach the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward through the hip creases, bend through the knees. Allow your fingertips to find the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. From here, heel toe, the feet even closer together if they're not there. Bend your knees deeply, send your bum way back, and we're going to come for a chair pose. So if it's a little bit too hard to draw the inner thighs together, you can always place a block in between those inner thighs. But then lengthen the tailbone, draw the belly in, and then reach your arms up in line with ears. Gaze forward ahead of you at something that isn't moving. And keep this strength moving to the body, keeping activation to the body. And then from here, inhale, draw your right knee in towards the chest. Let's release our hands to heart center. Flex the toes towards the shin. And keep your gaze focused. Draw the belly in. And then from here, just keep that knee bend, keep the flex of the toes on the right. Just draw your knees in line with each other. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, you're just going to press that heel behind you. Keep the core active, glute active, and press through the heel. This time, inhale, draw your knee in towards the chest. Then exhale, draw your knee in line with the other, and then press back, squeeze through the glute. Inhale, knee to chest. And then exhale to press back. This time, inhale, draw your knee in towards your heart. And then slowly, as you can, we're going to step all the way back onto our mats and set up a warrior one. Release your back foot down, back heel down. Then reach the arms high. Belly draws in. Reach the arms high. Inhale. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Push the head into the hands. Open the heart a little bit more. Inhale, keep the stability. Then exhale, release the hands behind you. Interlace the hands and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward halfway. Draw that belly in, gaze just ahead of your front foot. Keep the arches of the feet lifting. Two more big breaths here. Next, inhale, just reach your arms forward in line with ears, so much so that they're out of your peripheral vision. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior two pose. Arms drawn to a T. You can widen your stance just a little. And then draw this front knee right over top of ankle. Big breath in, flip your front palm. Reach up and back to exalt your warrior. Stretch through the side body. Then exhale, release the arms back to warrior two. Let's straighten the leg, reach the arms up. And then exhale, release your hands to hips. Draw your front toes in. So we're going to draw our toes in and heels slightly out. Big inhale here. Then exhale, fold forward through the hip creases. Release your hands to the floor right underneath your shoulders. Long, tall spine, including through the cervical spine. And then place your right hand right underneath your face. And then reach your left hand towards the hip or even towards the opposite hip crease on the right side. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, twist your heart open towards the left, any amount. Keep your belly active and in, tailbone lengthening. Big breath in. Then exhale, release the left hand down. Gaze towards your front foot, pivot the feet, plant the hands. Let's step into our plank pose. Together, big breath in, pull the shoulder blades apart. Exhale, lower down. One time, inhale, back bend, squeeze the elbows in. Then exhale, lower, pressing to plank pose and up and back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift just the heels. Exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees off of the floor, bum way back. Inhale, draw forward to plank pose, shoulders past the wrists. And then exhale, hips go up and back to downward dog. Big inhale and full exhale. Inhale, lift just the heels. Exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees. Glutes go way back. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, up and back to downward dog. Big inhale and full exhale. Last time, inhale, just the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and hover. Inhale, forward to plank, shoulders past the wrists. And then exhale, up and back. Big inhale, and then full exhale. Let's gaze forward towards our hand space. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen. Come up to fingertips or walk your hands up to shin to get that long, straight spine. And exhale to fold. Let's heel toe the feet closer together. Bend through the knees deeply. Send the bum way back and find your chair pose. Arms again reach in line with ears. Belly draws in to lengthen the tailbone. So squeeze those inner thighs together. Always an option to draw a block in between the inner thighs to draw that same activation. And keep your gaze focused. Big breath in and full breath out. Next big breath in, draw your left knee in towards your chest as you release your hands towards your heart center. And keep that gaze focused. Let's begin to draw our knees together so they're in line with each other. Take a big breath in, flex the toes towards the shin of the left. Then exhale, press through the heel, squeeze through the glute. Keep the core and glute active. Inhale, draw your knee in towards the chest. And then exhale, take that leg all the way back and press. Inhale, draw the leg in. Last time, exhale and press. Inhale, draw the leg in. Now slowly, keeping the gaze focused, step all the way back to warrior one. Your entire back foot lands, heel is heavy. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Belly in and then reach the arms up high. Right away, big breath in. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the head. Elbows are wide. Press the head into the hands to open through the chest, through the heart. Keep the core stable. Keep the heart lifting. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands behind you. Interlace the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift through the heart a little higher. Belly is in. Inhale here, core stable. And then exhale, fold forward halfway. Hover your belly off of the front thigh and gaze about 2 feet ahead of you. Pause here, lift through the arches of the feet to keep the legs active. And then next inhale, reach the arms straight in front of you and so high so they're in line with ears that you can't see them in your peripheral vision. Couple breaths here. Next big breath in, come all the way up, high crescent lunge. Then exhale, open up warrior two. Widen your stance just a little. Bend a little deeper into the front knee to stack it right over ankle. And then add your arms into a T. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up and back. Exalt your warrior. And then exhale, draw back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach your arms up. And then exhale, release your hands to hips, draw your front toe in, and then draw your toes in, heels out. Big breath in, lift through the heart. And then exhale, fold forward to the hip creases. Release your hands right underneath your shoulders. Now plant the left hand right underneath the face. Release your right hand towards the sacrum, or reach it all the way over towards the left hip crease. Big inhale. And then exhale, twist open towards the right inium out here. Keep that tailbone still lengthening. Belly is in. Big breath in. Exhale, release the right hand back down. Let's look towards our front right foot, pivot the feet, plant the hands, and let's step to plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift through the heart. And then exhale, up and back to downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose. And then exhale, mouth. One more time, inhale. And then one more time, exhale. Inhale, lift through the heels. Exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees like you're in a child's pose. Inhale, forward to plank, draw your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, up and back to downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift just the heels. Exhale, bend your knees and hover, send the bum way back. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, up and back to downward dog. Last time, inhale, lift the heels. And then exhale, bend your knees and hover. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, up and back to downward facing dog. Big inhale and full exhale. Let's inhale through the nose. And then exhale through your mouth. Let's gaze towards the top of our mat and slowly walk towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine halfway, long straight spine. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen to fingertips or walk your hands up your shins. And exhale, fold. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up high. And then exhale, release your arms by your sides. Big breath in. And full breath out. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward through the hip creases. Release your hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. And then exhale, fold. Heel toe, your feet closer together. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Sink the bum way back. Come to your chair pose. Reach your arms in line with ear. Lengthen the tailbone. Draw the belly in. Big breath in. And then full breath out. Inhale, draw the right knee into chest as you straighten through the left leg. Draw your hands to heart center. So this time, keep your gaze really focused ahead of you. Let's draw our two knees in line with each other. We're going to reach our right hand around, and we can grab hold of our ankle inside or outside of your foot. Left hand can stay to heart center, or you can reach it straight up in line with your ear. So draw this activation to the belly, lengthening the tailbone. Keep that there. Big breath in. Then exhale, kick into the right foot any amount. Slight bend through your front left knee and kicking as far as feels good for you. Any pose that is good for your body in this moment is our peak pose. Kick, kick, kick. Keep the belly active. Kick a little more, big breath in. Slowly. Exhale, draw that knee all the way in. Do not let go. And draw your left knee to chest. Right knee to chest. 2 hands at heart center. Flex the toes towards you. Big breath in. Slow exhale, step all the way back on your mat. With that right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now exhale, release your hands down. Step into your plank pose. Inhale, pull the shoulder blades apart. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift through the heart. Then exhale, lift up and back to downward facing dog. Big breath in and full breath out. One time, inhale, lift just the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and hover. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, up and back to downward facing dog. And then gaze forward to your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Heel toe, your feet closer together. Bend through the knees, send the bum way back. And then draw your arms in line with yours one more time for our last chair pose. Belly in, lengthen tailbone. Big inhale. And then full exhale. Now inhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest as you straighten the right. And draw your hands towards heart center. Flex the toes towards you, draw intention to your center. And then draw that left knee in line with the right. Reach around with that left hand, grab the inside or outside of the foot. Right hand stays to center or reach it in line with ear. And then begin to kick into that back foot any amount. Bowing through the body. Going as far as your body allows for a full dancer pose. Heart is opening, belly is active. Keep your heart lifted. Then on a slow exhale, draw that leg back in. And if you can, draw it all the way into center. Draw your hands to heart center, big breath in. Slowly step that left foot all the way back for your warrior one. Land the back heel down, inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, release your hands down. Plant your hands, step into plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale to your back bend. And then exhale up and back to downward facing dog. Big inhale. And then full exhale. Last time, inhale, lift just the heels. Exhale, bend your knees and hover. Inhale, forward to plank, shoulders past your wrists and pause. Take a big breath in. And full breath out. Big breath in. And full breath out. Big breath in. Exhale, hips go up. And back to downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, mouth. Let's lower our knees down. Find a child's pose. Draw your toes together and knees apart and melt your glutes towards your heels. Let your forehead find a supportive space to rest. 5 deep breaths here. Keep that intentional breath moving in and out of the nose. And as we begin to draw some stillness into the body, instead of letting your mind race and wander, can you keep it here and present, noticing the breath and noticing sensations that drop in your body. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then reaching your arms way forward, spread through the fingers. Draw yourself forward to a table pose, moving your feet to one side to come to seated. And so from here, we're going to take our legs out wide and flexing the toes towards you. Just tense your fingers behind you just so you can kind of push into the hands to draw your pelvis and heart a little forward. You can get a little bit deeper in towards this stretch. Keeping the toes flexed towards you, we're just going to take the heels of our hands and press into the meaty part of the thighs to really push the femur bones down. Give yourself a little self-massage here after this practice. You can move from the upper thigh to the lower thigh. And then from here, lengthen the heart high. Then begin to walk yourself over towards your right leg. Tense your fingers outside of the right leg. Lift the heart high. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, fold forward through the spine with a long, straight spine. You can walk your hands closer to the foot if that's supportive to you. But just try and keep a long spine through the entire spine, especially through the cervical spine of the neck. Full deep breaths in and out. Trying to stay present in this moment here. On an inhale, lengthen through the spine, lift it just about halfway up, and then walk your right hand inside your right leg. We're just going to stay low and tiptoe ourselves all the way towards the left leg. Walk the left hand outside of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen through the heart. And then exhale, folding forward with that long, straight spine. Keep the toes flexing towards the shin. And then inhale, lengthen halfway. Walk the left hand inside of the left leg. Walk towards the center of your mat. Let's inhale, lengthen halfway. Draw the shoulders down the back. And now exhale, folding forward any amount from here. Just in the center, keeping that long, straight spine. Draw the shoulders down the back. Couple deep breaths here. And then from here, inhaling to lengthen yourself up, use the support of your hands to come all the way back up. And again, using supportive hands to now grab the backs of the legs to draw your feet all the way in. From here, you're going to hug your knees in towards you so you can roll all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards the chest and gently rock side to side. Knees can be close together or wide. And then releasing the soles of the feet down. Open your arms into a nice big T with the palms facing up. Then slowly lengthen your legs out long down your mat with the pinky toes falling heavy. You can press into the back of the skull just to draw the shoulders down the back. Close down through the eyes. And start to let go. Let go of the body. Let go of the practice. Let go of your breath. Giving yourself these moments here now in stillness. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. And feeling a sense of gratitude and love for yourself for taking this time for you. And so take as much time as you need here in this stillness that you have created. Namaste.